my notes, but not that I ever read them, mix them up. So I just have to go with the flow. And I'll wait till people come in chat first. Before I start, I can see one person. Oh, 3 people. Hi, Tapa. Hi, Effie. Oh, it went up to 7. So I have to laugh when I see that number all the time. I'll just have a couple of sips of coffee and then I shall start. Hi, Rachel Pixie. Hi, John Kennedy. Where we go on, we go all. Oh, such a funny day today. One of them days where things are still linking up together. Wait till I tell you what happened at college, what I saw, what I've just linked with Roxanne with something that I was watching and she went and said it. I was like, no way, that's what I was sort of watching. Hey, 007. I shall just wait a minute. I don't know how I'm going to start this because I write stuff down and then I look back and I'm like, I don't even know what I'm, so I'll just go with the flow. Hi, Joe Stewart. So obviously in a minute when I start, I'm not going to look in chat. So I will give the mods permission to put a taxi in anywhere. Like I said, hi, Chrissy. If we have the negative entities coming in, you have full permission to chuck them out because, you know, like I said before, I'm not holding energy for these people. They will have to come and do the work themselves, but maybe there are people out there that are not going to do that because I think I've entitled it The Way Showers and the No-Goers. Hi, Dave Maud. The Way Showers and the No-Goers. And, you know, I think that's pretty obvious what that is. You know, the Way Showers are the one that help to show the way. And where's that just gone? Obviously, the no-goers are something that has no chance of success. So, you know, just wanted to put that out there. So this is going to be done in the dolly fashion. It might be upside down, back to front, inside out. I might blip in and blip out there, a bit like these orbs do, but that's the way I do it. That is just me being me. And I'm sure you'll understand it like most of you do anyway. Lee, if you're going to keep going on about attention, you'll have to have a taxi. I've told you before. It's okay to be nice, but it's not about that. So please just listen. Otherwise, you'll end up getting a taxi. Not that that's bad negative vibe, but it's a bit annoying to me because it's not about that. Okay. Hi, is Trump winding up liberals? Oh, Trump's just trolling the media. But I'll get into that probably at some point because everyone knows how I feel about him. And I was watching Naughty Beaver. I don't know if they're on to Trump and all that, but at the end of the day, Trump is trolling the media and some people are not into it because they think he's part of the political side when he's not. It's more to do with what's actually behind that. But I'm not going into that because it's not really about Trump. It's just about negative and positive you know, energy, what we hold inside us. And hi, is it Yolandi? You know, so I'm not going to look in chat. So hi, Miss Chime. I will show you some of my bags. I'll show you some of my artwork because it all ties into this. But I'm not going to look in chat at the minute. I'll probably say shout outs at the end because it's easier. But I'm just going to get distracted by chat. So I'm not going to go into chat. Hi, Milo. So if you're just coming in and I haven't said hi, it's just because I'll do it at the end if you're all there because I just get distracted. So you can talk among yourselves and the mods have got full permission to be chucking any negative entities that like to come along if they're being, you know, really negative. Because I'm sure there will be. But I'd like to say, when you're a positive person, I do believe that that you know, all this, like, what's inside will come on the outside. So, when I'm painting or doing my artwork, you know, I think mine looks really evil and nasty. So I'd like to show you my evilness that's taken over the world, because you know, some people think that. So let's start with the nasty, evil artwork of mine. Let's put it out there, you know. It's not really Podesta style, is it, if you know what I'm saying? So we've got the lovely evil mermaid bag. And I'm showing you as in when you're singing, when you're making music, when you're arting. I think mine shows a lot about moi. So I'm going to show you some of my moi artwork. So mermaid. That's pretty scary, isn't it? Pretty scary. One of Miss Q's bag is a really scary, scary, really evil, scary looking koala bear. Where we go one, we go all on the queue, and a little heart. Yeah, because it's really scary. Then we've got this lovely lady who's really scary and evil looking, really nasty looking. This lovely bag that I haven't finished off yet, with all hearts, and it says, "Love is the key." You know, I like to use that. And then on the back, it's going to have some big hearts as well, because it's really evil and really nasty, folks, because my soul is coming out. Because don't forget, this is all about our souls and your soul and doing the work on our souls. This is, don't forget, if I'm not saying hi, I'm going to say it at the end so I don't get distracted. This is my essence coming out in my artwork, because it's really scary and evil. A little dolphin bag for somebody that's just being, it looks a bit weird at the minute, just being put together, because dolphins are evil and scary, aren't they? You know, it looks a bit odd at the minute, but yes, when it's finished, it'll look totally different. The next evil and scary, really nasty piece of work from within me is this lovely, it's going to be called the Love Llama. Looks like taxi's arriving already. The Love Llama. Hate doesn't like love, you see. This little lovely Love Llama, who isn't finished off yet, who has got the Love is Key on the back, because it's so scary and nasty, folks. And then some of the paintings that some of you have seen is, I don't actually know what I'm projecting. I do really. Obviously, I'm only joking. I don't know if you lot know in chat what I'm trying to project from my artwork is like so evil and so, I don't know, negative energy. I don't think so. I really don't think so. And then we've got this, yeah, I do need to print them up. I know I keep getting told. It's just because they're not finished. I just do it in my own time, which is like dolly time, which is forever. And then this one, that still needs finishing off. It's just the way I am. Can't blame me for being me. Yeah, this evil, negative picture of, well, funnily enough, someone's telling me about bluebirds. I do talk about things beyond the veil, and it was funny how I always did the hair in blue. It does remind me a bit of the Hopi prophecy thing. I've got the animals. This deer antler isn't finished off yet. Her blue hair, the feather in her hair, and whatever's going on this picture, and the big sort of angel wings. So there's me with my essence coming out of me. My soul work is like, yeah, really scary, folks, and really nasty. Joking, but some people out there, this is what they see because they have a different perception of me. Don't know where they've got the different perception from, but there you go. That's how some people work. I went into the works today, and thank you, Rachel. 007 said something the other day, and someone else did. Because I hand stitch these, they're not done by machine, they're all hand stitched. That's why if you ever order any, which I don't know if anyone in moderators can put my email in. If you want a bag, you can email me. But if you want a bag with something you want on it, it has to be done in my design, because that's the way it works. The hand stitch, but I do believe every hand stitch is an essence and a thought and a loving, positive stitch on every stitch that I do. So that's why I believe it holds positive vibes, you know, on the bags. Because, thank you, Rachel, because, you know, it's from the heart. It's from the heart. And that's the difference. I went into the works today to just pick up a few arty bits, and I picked up some, so I'm not looking chat at the minute. I picked up these sandals because I needed some new ones. I know we'll be going into winter soon, but I do wear sandals around the house like slippers. I don't know if you're like me, I can't wear slippers. Mum's like, put slippers on when my feet get too hot. My feet get too hot, can't stand it. I either need to have no slippers on or something open. And I was grounding in the garden today. I was in the garden, putting my feet on the ground, connecting and thinking about stuff and walking around because it's just like a carpet. Obviously, grass is like a carpet, but natural. And I got these because I treated myself because I haven't bought myself a new pair for ages. And the ones that I've got on that I wear in the house, I keep gluing them back on because they keep breaking. So I thought, they've gone down. They went down in the sale twice. So I thought, I'm getting these like bling bling ones. Probably not coming across as well, but they are really nice. And they're dead comfy. And the funny thing was that I had to laugh at was they're called, because I have been a bit in the Star Wars mode today, and I'll tell you about that in a bit. They are called lunar sandals, which I thought was hilarious. So that was that. Anyway, I'm gonna just warm up and get into chat, but your time is valuable. The evil ones will try peace of mind as you know who you are. Exactly, and this is what I'm going to go into chat about who you are in a minute. When I went to college today, I got it all sorted out, so I don't need to go through all that, but it was quite funny because I'm walking down, you know, at 42 with all the little young ones like, oh my God, no, feel like I'm like, oh, young again. Well, we are all young at heart. Anyway, I go and sit down and they're like, yeah, you need this ticket with a number on it to go and get your picture at college. And I'm like, okay. So I sit there, the number 9 comes up. I'm like, oh, number 9, okay. I had to go to station 9. So I was like, yeah, 9's a good number. I'll go to station 9. I'm sat there at station 9. I'm sat there at station 9 and I'm like, yeah, you got to give your details in and we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Mine took forever for some reason, but I was just sat there looking about and I look over to the right, and I'm like, oh my God, how hilarious. I did tell someone today. I was like, all I saw was a wall covered up with films. Guess what the films were? The ones I normally talk about. We had Stranger Things. I was dying to laugh. Stranger Things, Silence of the Lambs, Think of the Children, what's going on. We had Captain Marvel, which is a woman. Bring that woman back, that's been suppressed. We had The Labyrinth. Well, isn't it just a labyrinth? Trying to find your way around and trying to find your way out of the bullshit? Of course it is. And what does she say at the end of the labyrinth? You have no power over me. They don't take your soul back. So just saying, and I think there was a couple more. Let me see. I just could not stop laughing to myself. Inside, I was like, oh my God. I was writing it down as well, like people looking at me. I'm like, oh my God, can you see what films I can see? And we had The Dark Tower. I've done a rundown on The Dark Tower before. Yeah, I do have The Dark Crystal there because The Dark Crystal is a lot, and I've gone through The Dark Crystal before. The Dark Crystal, The Age of Resistance, is coming out next month, I think, which will be funny because the first film, The Dark Crystal, came out years and years ago, and that was how we went back. And I'm not going to spoil it because I've said it before. I know a few people watching it, and the one that they're bringing out, the new one, is Age of Resistance, and that's about before what happened. So that'll be interesting. And they've been trying to get that out for about, I don't know, 12 to 14 years, and it's coming out now. David Bowie defeated in the movie. Yeah. So, you know, I'm a Gelfing. Yes, the Gelfings. We have the Gelfings and the Skepties and the Mystics. Could see that as a bit like the Skeptics and the ones who look beyond the veil. Also, you could look at it, man. Left brain, right brain, woman, if that's the way around it is. Man and woman. You know what I mean? What happens at the end, but I know someone's watching it, so I'm not going to spoil it. It's all about balance, folks. So I was looking at that. I also saw a woman who had her back to me with tattoos on her back of massive angel wings. And to me, I was just like, do you know what? It is a bit like angel versus demons. It literally is in this realm we live in, whatever it is. It literally is. This game, this school of life, whatever we want to call it, is literally angels versus demons. They want to take your soul. we're taking it back. Some don't want it. Some don't want to take it back. I want to take mine back. I'm holding my light. I'm holding my power. And I think that's what other people are realising is what we're doing too. I'll go into connections in a bit with what was just said on Naughty Beaver's channel, even though he's a bit so-so with the girl on it. I can't remember because I watch her too, about Trump, but I just missed that because I just think a lot of people are not believing in Trump because they think it's the other side of the coin when I don't believe it is. But it's not about that, and that doesn't really matter at the end of the day. But Q is more than people actually really realise it is. Dark Crystal is my fave. Yeah, well, the Dark Crystal series is coming out next month. Also, when I was sat at station number 9, 2019, I thought, what is 2019 added up together? What is 2019 added up together? Anyone want to have a go? 12. So I think the 12 cycles, the 12 zodiac signs are the 12 cycles, yeah? We go round. If we're in Aquarius now, it's supposed to be Pisces. We were coming out of the age of deceit, the age of lies, the age of corporations and all that. So we're going into we're in the age of Aquarius, whatever it is. So we're going into that, signs we're going back to school. Yeah, I'll talk about that, Effie, in a bit. We'll get into all that. So this is where we're seeing all the lies and the deceit, or a lot of the sleeping are about to. A lot of us know about it. So that's like we're in the eye of the storm, which I said the other day. So when we go into 2020, because don't forget 2020 is a big year. It's like reset. You know, Trump 2020. Trump wants to get in for quite a few more years. We're talking about 2024. Well, they mentioned 2024. What's 2024 added up? I think it's 8, if I'm correct. I see that as infinity. There's lots more to do with Q than meets the eye. If they say you are all God, you are God, you are creator of your reality, and Q says you are Q. Who is Q? You are Q. Where we go when we grow. Bit of a link there, if anyone gets what I'm saying. So 2020 vision, yeah. So if you think of 2019 is now, it's the 12th. It's 12, the 12 cycles. We're coming out of it and going into the golden age, the new way, the new world. 2020 is 20 vision. This is where you're going to see all the bullshit people. It doesn't mean we've completely gone into that new, we're going in it. It's already shifted. You can tell it's already shifted. I got told off someone on Saturday it had already shifted into that shift. We know it's already shifted, but it's about to see the lies. If anyone, I don't know if anyone gets what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying, which goes into 2020 vision. That also, I think, means you're going to start seeing things you didn't see before. Could be orbs, could be beings, it could be anything. Your experience is your experience. Could be a spiritual sign for you. What could be a spiritual sign? And also, saying about the spiritual sign is, this is not, well, you could say it's a war on blood and flesh. This is a spiritual war, people. It is a spiritual war on your soul. Oh, yes. It's real. It's a spiritual war. So I just wanted to say that. Me, I didn't say that. So yeah, it's all basically, it boils down to being a good person, a nice person, doing the work maybe Jesus came to do. And I don't mean in that religious sense. I'm not religious. It's about it's about humanity, being love, being good to each other, helping each other, learning. Lee, can you stop it, please? Or you'll have to have a taxi. Being good to each other, loving each other, using your God-given gifts, which were creativity, was to help people. We are the way showers. It's not about hating. It's not about putting people down. It's not about all the negativity. That's why I'm not looking in chat at the minute, because you can talk among yourselves, because I just see that as distraction. So yeah, spiritual harmony. Thank you. It's all about harmony. We've been out of balance, but like I said before, I'm just going to wing this now. I'm not even looking at anything because it'll just come in. I've said before, you can look back at the pyramids and all this, that, and the other. That's going to link up at the end of this, what me and Roxanne were saying before, is it was out of whack. But we had to have these negative entities here, whatever, people as well, soulless people, to see what we didn't want, because without that, we wouldn't see. So as much as some of them we don't like, some of them need to come and do their own work as well. And it's your inner work, not your outer work. Some people still are not understanding that. And a lot of these trolls and people who do silly things on YouTube, on hating, are part of that. Then they've not awoken. They've not awoken to themselves. They've not awoken to what's going on. They're not awakening to the Great Awakening yet. If they ever will, I don't know. I feel a bit sorry for them. Yes, it is dark to light. That's why it's a bit like, do we judge? Do we hate on them? Not really, but they do need speaking to, in a sense of, if you don't do the inner work, I don't think you're going. This is why I've put the title up as Way Showers and No-Goers. It's your choice. It's your choice to look at yourself in the mirror. It's your choice to contemplate on the things you've done in the past. That's what it is. Being with yourself, contemplating. You don't have to have the weight of everything on your shoulders. Like people say, God's going to judge you. God's not going to judge you, the source or whatever. It's you judging yourself. I've said before, you've got to cut the cycles. It's hard, yes. It's hi to everyone, anyone who's just come in, but I'm sort of not looking at chat too much. I'll give a shout out at the end because I get too distracted. Mods are allowed to get rid of people if they're being negative. If it's just a little bit of silliness, it's not too bad, but you know what I mean? A proper negativity. And if these people in the negative realms don't come to that, then, you know, maybe you're soulless and you want to stay there. But I guess that's not really, you know, that's your inner work you've got to do in yourself. That's your inner standing. You know, you're not there yet. You're not there yet. Hopefully you will. You will. You will. If you don't, then, oh, well, maybe you're staying, or, you know, not moving with the shift, or you're going to find it really hard. I don't exactly know. You know, there's a lot of things going around about what's going to happen. I just know the ones that are doing the inner work, like Naughty Beaver said, because it still matches up with what I'm saying. Doing the work on your temple, I've said that before, trying to get off certain things. You know, I'm back on the coffee again, I need to get rid of that. But loving your temple, the body you reside in, the body your spirit resides in, this avatar, grounding, being good to people, you know, all that good stuff that it exudes positivity, love and light is what we're supposed to be doing. And like I've said before, it isn't easy, but the right path isn't easy, because that's the way the game is. If it was easy, it'd just be a bit boring, really, wouldn't it? So when you start waking up, you start realizing that you have to go within and do the work. As the Hopi said, not all can be saved. I believe that. I believe, funny enough, Naughty Beaver just said so. I did write a few notes. Naughty Beaver did say something about, because he goes on about the Hopi prophecies. I'm not saying I believe everything the Naughty Beaver says. I'm not saying I believe everything everyone says or the channels I watch. I just take the bits that I like. Like, I don't think he thinks Trump is good, but I do. So I just don't listen to that bit. That's fine. It doesn't mean what he's saying isn't, you know, mixed up with all stuff that we believe in. I do. So the Hopi prophecy, thank you. Yeah, nice to be nice, is I've talked about the Hopi prophecy, but I do believe some will perish. And he said something about the seniors, who are like the older people, may perish. One, because they're older. Two, because they're so programmed and indoctrinated in the lie that they won't be able to get their head around it. So a bit like you said, some people will be eradicated off. Some people just go because they won't be able to understand it. They're going to have a heart attack or something. Then you've got like middle age and other people. Some of them won't, because some of them are a bit like that. But the rest of us, it's about being open-minded, believing everything and nothing, but all doing the work on yourself. That's why they say it's hard to wake people up. So I'm not trying to do that anymore. I'm just trying to be a way shower of, this is what I do. Hope you're feeling the same. Hope we're all doing that thing where we're just trying to be good to others and each other and love one another. And I think that's a good way. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. Yes, it does, Dad. It does, because that's the thing I said. It comes with trauma. To come out of your comfort, to come out of your bubble, that's where it begins, because that's all fake anyway. The materialistic, this material 3D dense stuff that we're in is not real. It's not real. It's just what they want you to believe in, because it keeps you distracted from what you are. You are very important. You are a spiritual being. We're not coming to spiritualness. We are spiritual. They tried to take it away. They've tried to divide it, but we're coming back to know who we are, the power we hold, as I said before, with the whole, I'm not jumping in chat at the minute, the whole, like labyrinth thing I was talking about at the end of Labyrinth, when she says to David Bowie, you know, as the Goblin King, you have no power over me. She had to remember, she forgot. And she was trying to remember the line, because it is a school here and a bit of a game. She had to remember, we're remembering who we are. That's what it was. And she turned around and said, stood up in her truth and said, you have no power over me. Because they don't. You need to take your soul back and work on your soul and bring it back. The people who sell their souls, I think, are the people who were lost. I think they're the people who are not going, and the people who just cannot get the brain wrap the brain round what's happening now and what's about to come. Like the hope is new. So there's even stuff beyond what you think you knew. No, as in, where is it? As in, and I'm telling you now, this is upside down the back to front. The old pink book that I read out the other day, which I'll read out again. It's much more behind Q and that people realise it's not just about that. So I'm going to read it out again with no distractions. So, yeah, that's the thing. You don't know who you are until you've been broken down. That's also what Naughty Beaver was saying, and I've said before, you come in trauma. When you hit rock bottom is when it starts. So, in 1909, we lost everything. My father caught on first to the Bilderbergs, then caught on the NASA. He demanded to know who the Greys were, and they killed. And he demanded to know who the Greys were and why they were here. They killed him. I strategically staged my own death, allied with the one person in this world who I knew was honourable enough to trust and begin to build the plan. Penance is coming, regardless of what you think. You are not yet awake. You do not know how deep this goes. If you knew, you would never sleep. Don't think a lot of us do we? Many of you would never go on. You need each other. This is why they want us divided. This is why we're all linking up, because we realise this, soul fam. You need every one of you. Learn to play nice with each other or be left behind. Now there's that again. Learn to be nice with each other or be left behind. So all you people in the negative realms who are not being nice to each other and can't see it, hasta la vista. You know, if one stumbles, pick them up. If one asks a question, give them the answer. By the way, the lovely Lady V had a top on today saying, a big Q on it saying, question everything. Well, doesn't Q always say that? You know, this is how we grow. There's no more room in the plan for arrogance or self-importance. If you turn one away, you've hurt the plan. If you hurt the plan, you'll be left behind. We are watching. We are watching. We see all, like the watchers. There are no secrets. You would never believe the files kept on every one of you. For that matter, you would never believe where they are kept. And I don't actually think that's the whole sort of, not the fake, not the sort of AI quantum computers, as we all know, Facebook and all that lot collect our information. I'm not talking about that one. Prepare for the next phase. Now, I think the next phase is coming, 2020 vision, 2020. Prepare each other. You are one, and where we go one, we go all, not Q, R. So, yeah, you know, there's a lot that comes through the ether. I do believe the ether is what divides the waters above and the waters below. That's why I was saying about when people talk about spaceships. Why do they say ships? And then I sort of put in maritime law, because we are on maritime law. A lot of people don't realise that, but we are. So it's funny how it talks about spaceships. Then you've got Trump with Space Force. Now, some people say we think things are coming in from that way. Maybe they are. But even if there is space where there's different dimensions and entities, and ETs, extraterrestrals, which we'd probably say come from that way. But even if there is something that comes from above, even if it's a consciousness, because there is, NASA will put lies and truth in it. It's a mix-up. So it's just that doesn't mean to say, oh, space isn't real. It's just like, well, space is probably not what they say space is. So I'm just like, whatever. I can just be like, yeah, okay. So this is why I say when this big thing comes, it'll just be like, yeah, okay. I'm not going to go, oh, that's not what I was told. Ooh, I thought it was this. It would be like, well, I do talk about a lot. So hey ho, if it's that, it's that. I'm going to go with the flow like water. Go with the flow, like Bruce Lee said. That makes me think as well. If this is just me thinking out loud, if you go with the flow like water, because our body is made up of a lot of water, it makes you think of the creator and the God spark. Well, if the ether is a sort of water, but the molecules or whatever are smaller, so it's not the same. And then you've got the cosmos, which is, or the universe, that is sort of liquid. And then you've got our waters below. And you can put intentions and things on water. If, say, the cosmos, the divine, the source is some sort of liquid water, because that holds light, frequency, and sound, and so on, that's what we hold in our body. That's what maybe the shiny bits come through. So water's very interesting to me at the minute. Like, we do hold all that within us. So we do hold the God spark, you know, and that's what they're trying to keep us away from, I do believe. This is what I was saying this morning, even with the whole flat earth ping pong thing I was talking about this morning, is you come to the point through all the lies, you will come to like, well, what is the shape of the earth? Because we obviously go against the globalist lies. And then you come to that, and then it's like, yeah, starships. And then you come to the whole thing like, well, I've just had a massive big down my right ear. That's how it goes. I was just waiting for it to go out. Yeah, ringing in my ear, in my right ear. Does that mean I was saying something right? That was in my right ear. If anyone's never heard it, it goes. Yeah, download. Yeah, I believe it's a download. Anyway, moving on. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, that's why I went like that. I went. Yeah, mine doesn't. It's just like. I got it the other week, I think. So what was I saying? Because that just totally like distracted me. And if any orbs want to come in, you can come in. I'm inviting you. Positive ones. It's turned into a fax machine. Yeah, fax machine. Like this. Yes, it must be a mosquito queue. Mosquito queue. Yeah. Right, can anyone sort of remind me what I was talking about? Because that just totally distracted me. So, yeah, what was I saying? Hey, well, I can't remember. So, yeah, they say it's down. Yeah, water. So it's funny why be like water. Water's fluid. We have so much percentage of water in our body. We come from the oil spark. So, is it a fluid, liquid, crystal when it's frozen? Dr. Emoto. If you don't know about that, you should do now. My fingers are going. This one. Oh, the pulsing. Oh, the pulsing. Bruce Lee, yeah. The pulsing. Right, this is weird. The pulsing. I'll just stick my hand there a minute. I don't know what's going on with my fingers. Also, just throwing out there, because we're talking about Starship, Star People, the Hopi Prophecy. The only buttons I could get today that I saw on my bags, I was like, yeah, they'll have loads of different buttons. The only ones I could pick up was these. Stars. They normally do like quite a bit of a selection. I was like, oh, okay, so I'll pick the stars up. Ooh. It's not this hand, it's just my fingers are throbbing. Yeah. And don't know if you'll be able to see the shinies. Let's see if it's doing it while they're doing what they're doing. Don't know what they're doing. I've got some books to show you, actually. This is going to be a mixed up chat, you know what I'm like. Let's see. Oh, what? Fingers. Don't know if I can get the right light. How do you do it? How do I? How do you get it in focus? How would I get it in focus? No, too light. No, I can't do it. I thought I'd be able to do it, but I can't. But I did show some of you on Saturday. Yeah, I don't think it was showing this light, will it? I can't get in focus. Why won't you focus? Right, there's the finger. Sorry, but see if I can do it again. See if I can get it in focus. It's not going to do it, is it? No, you don't want to do it. Okay, it's not going to do it. I'm boiling as well. But I did show some of you anyway. Yeah, it's like I get a throbbingness, you know, like as if you're about to heal something. Some probably people think that's whack, but that's what happens. It's gone now. So I'll carry on because I'm getting distracted by tingling in my fingers and right ear, ringing in my right ear. So there you go. Anyone who's new might be like, what's she talking about? That doesn't matter. So I've just gone off track because I've just noticed I forgot to show you these books. So I've picked some books up from the works. And the reason why I did this is they've all gone down to £3 each. So I thought, treating myself. And it's something that I'm going to read out to you lot over the next coming weeks because you'll see my channel change. I know it's already changing anyway. We are always changing. We always evolve. Nothing stays stagnant. If you were staying stagnant in your YouTube area, then yeah, I think you should be moving. So I bought the Little Book of Chakras just because I can take this around with me. And this is from the works. And because there are a lot of people from America and stuff that might want to maybe hear some little bits about these books because you maybe not be able to get these books up there. I will read some sections out over the next coming weeks because it's all about positivity and giving hope and positivity and love and light to everybody anyway. So Little Book of Chakras, which is really cute. Balance your subtle energy for health, vitality, and harmony. Then I came across the book of How to Be Confident. And I got this book for anyone on here who's feeling not confident because it's quite a cute book and I like the way it's set out and I can read little sections out of it to help you all. Don't take yourself too seriously. I don't, you know. Also, there was a really nice bit in here. It's got about food in it. It's just a really great book. So if anyone is from over here and you're wondering which books they are, it is the Little Book of Chakras, because I know some of you do pick up the stuff that I show. I'm not getting paid for this, by the way, before anyone thinks that on the other side. How to Be Confident is such a cute book. It's a really, really cute book. Let's see what's on number 7, just to throw it out there. Page 7 is, have we got a page 7? Oh, I don't think we've got a page 7. Oh, no, it is. Oh, my God. It doesn't say page 7, but it's a page before page 8. It just hasn't got the printed 7 on it. Guess what it says? I'll just read this out because this is funny. Your life has nothing to do with you. It's about everyone whose life you touch. It is. It's about you. When you do your inner work, it's about what you give to others. It's how you touch others' lives. If you're touching people with negativity, why would you want to do that? If you're hating on people, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to be known when you go, even though we don't ever go, be known as the person who was negative, the person who was bullying someone. Some of these bullies, even on YouTube, they're probably people, I feel sorry for them, that were bullied at school. And they have to get their own back to think when they're in the workplace or YouTube or wherever it is, that they're going to get their own back bullying the people that work for them. But you know what I mean? It doesn't work like that. You know how you felt when you were bullied. Don't go and bully others. That isn't working on yourself. That isn't going within. That's you not letting go of your cycle and your trauma when you were younger or whatever it is. Yes, it's not nice, but you can't put that on other people. That is not the inner work. That is you carrying your cycle on to others. It's negativity. So, Dolly is an old sort. I've been told that before, So just let me read this book out because it's just funny. It says, I will be reading this book out to you. In order to understand your confidence issues, take some time out to work out your triggers, what your triggers are. And when your confidence is at the highest or lowest points, choose a notebook. This is why I say have a journal, people. You're working, you're doing the work, you need to do the work. And I'll show you the notebook that I saw today. It was staring at me and I thought, I've got to buy this book, and you're going to laugh when you see what it says. So I'll just read through this. Choose a notebook that reflects your personality. Well, I've just picked myself a new notebook up, so you'll have to wait a minute. Be it simple notepad or illustrated diary, as you are more likely to want to pick it up. That's why if you're attracted to it, a nice pretty one or whatever it is, you're bound to work in it a little bit more. I will be selling some more as well. I'm just going to put that out there. You are more likely to want to pick it up and do something you like the look of. Keep it where you are most likely to use it, by the bed, in case you have any dreams or stuff like that. You can work out your dreams. In your kitchen, wherever you think you'll notice it. But if you are concerned about a loved one, delving into your notes, it could be kept in a drawer or a cupboard. The act of writing down how you feel and what your confidence levels are like from day to day will not only help you, I've said this before, to keep track of what may cause a bout of low confidence. It's those triggers. You need to keep an eye on your triggers so you can start looking at it and working around it and letting it go. Remember to write down the high points as well as the low points, because the diary will give you something to refer back to on the low confidence days. So if you're writing down about low confidence, you've got to put your highs in as well, because then you'll see what it is that lifts you up, and then you've got to do more of that and forget about the low, if anyone gets what I'm saying. So going back to the books, and I'll show you which notebook I picked up because it's quite funny. We are all alchemists transmuting it. Yeah, I've said that before. That's why I used to have witchy books in, that's why we've got Lady V. Yeah, been saying this to people as Love So Blow and all this. Said about transmuting energies, and a lot of people have laughed at me, but do I care? No. Do I know myself? Yes. The well-being journey. Now, I picked this up for myself, and if anyone's from the UK, you might be able to get them somewhere else. It's £4 instead of £9.99. Now, it's cute. It's got little birdies on it. And I just thought it was cute because it's one of them little books, if you're on a train journey, if you're, you can have it with you all the time. I just looked in it and thought it's a really sweet book. And it is, if it's something that helps you, you can write notes, you can colour. It's got quotes in it. It's got little exercises for you to do. It's got in the midst of the winter, I found there was within me an invincible summer. I love it in winter. But there's loads of little quotes. There's loads of little organise your time, little things you can do that will probably, pep you up a little bit, because that's what it's all about. You've got your little colouring page and everything. So it's just a little doodly sort of reminding yourself to pick yourself up in the moments, like give yourself a break. Learning to be kinder to yourself in general can help you control the amount of pressure you feel in different situations. This is about doing the work, people. Reward yourself for achievements. I brought myself some books today and a new pair of, lifting the lid, a new pair of sandals. Lifting the lid, liked your video before, had a bit of a laugh because it's all about positivity. There's too much negativity. Sometimes we have to laugh at the situation, sometimes because it gets, can get a bit sad. When you are feeling low, look back at the list you wrote. What do you enjoy? And make a plan to do at least one of those things in the next few days. So this is a really cute book for men and women. It doesn't really matter. The next book that I came to was, because, I'm going to trigger some people in the flat earth realm bit. I like to go off the, the whole thing with the stars and astrology. I'm not into all the scientific doodads, great people doing it, but I'm not into that bit. So I got astrology, happiness, success. Now I'm just going to read Pisces because that's what I am now. Those of you who've met me, and my dad who knows me, obviously. And those who have been watching me for a while, does this sound like me? Because I thought it was pretty funny. I thought it was pretty me. So let me just find Pisces. Right, Pisces. Right, here she is, the Little Mermaid. So, you ready? Chapter 12, talking about 12 before, weren't we? So. Hey, are you ready? We have a very powerful astral clock. Well, we do. Astral clock, crystal, the dark crystal, if you've seen the film, all in it, all there. Right, so Pisces. So if you're a Pisces, I'm reading this out, but listen to this. I'm a Pisces. See what you think, right? A natural enchantress. There's nothing that you can't have with one of your bright-eyed smiles. And a dose of your loving attention. But you're no phony, you're genuine. Kind-heartedness is just one of the things that makes you a rare gem in a world of people who often aren't what they seem. Well, it's always why people are drawn to you in droves, hoping to get a piece of your magic, a sensitive and compassionate soul you help to heal the world through love. I want to cry when I read that because I'm like, oh. Blessed with a spot-on intuition, you can pick up the things before they happen, making it possible for you to stay one step ahead of the game. However, things can quickly go off balance for you when you avoid trusting your intuition. And I've done that in the past. That's why in the past, years back, I forgot about it. I had to remember. And now I see. Your intuition or exercising your boundaries, definitely. And we've all got to do that. That isn't just that. I mean, this is what we all should be doing. In this chapter, you will learn what you can do to bring the balance back. Well, isn't that what we're doing? To your life, including tips on how to beat stress. I don't get stressed. And your magic to ramp up your love life and your career. So, yeah, just saying. But that was a bit of a message to all of you. Now, the notebook I picked up, I just looked over and thought, oof, this is a message to you all. Are you ready for the message? Today's message. This is me to you. This is my, I don't know what I'm writing in here, but anyway, I saw this book and I was like, oh, yes. Normally I'd go for like a pretty picture, but it actually says, what else should we do but continually push off from the edges of the consciousness into something we have not yet become? Exactly. Not yet become. I'm ready, me. I'm ready for whatever. So I'm going to read it out to you. My notebook says, and if you're in the UK and you want this notebook, it's blank pages inside. It's from the works. It says, I think I put this in Robin's Lifting and Lids channel today. You were born original. Don't be a copy. Oh, yes. That says to me, all these celebrities and fake people you look up to, be the original, be you, stand up in your light, stand up in your truth. Don't care what other people think. You do what your soul wants you to do, not what they want you to do because they take the soul from you. You were born original. Don't be a copy. Stop trying to be a copy of, I'm not saying you in chat, celebrities. All these, everyone's looking the same these days. Everyone wants to be the same. Everyone's they're not chasing the dream. They're chasing the keeping up with the Joneses. And it goes round and round and round. Who's bothered? Who cares? Be the original you. Because we all go back to original source. They're trying to make us go to some sort of AI, God thing, whatever, putting chips in you, which they are putting chips in people, and that's how they control you. So that's how they will be able to control you through your phones and through 5G or whatever it is. And all that. I mean, that's why Trump's been shouting 6G out. Transmute that crap. Do you know what I mean? So just want to say that's what stuck out to me was you were born original. This is the message I saw to my face today. You were born original. Don't be a copy. Well, yeah, it says it all. Also, flipping back to college when I saw all the signs with all the movies, The Dark Tower, Silence of the Lambs. That's what's going on with the kids. The labyrinth, well, it is a frigging labyrinth in it to get to the point to where we're all getting to. And then at the end of my journey at college today, getting my little picture, which I need to show you because I was looking a bit shiny on it. I'll go and get it. I was like, yeah. And I had to get my shorts on when I came back because it was really hot, and yeah, I had to go grounding outside. So my picture is and I was dying to laugh because of the pictures that I was seeing, everything. It was so funny. So I don't know if you can see, if it'll go in focus. I was like, my forehead and everything. I was like, they're like, look at the camera. And I was like, bang, just shininess coming off my head and everywhere. So student, and I'm just gonna do. Hang on. No, I've just added my numbers up that I just saw on my thing, and it's like 27, and then 7 and 2 is 9, and I was sat at station 9. Not a coincidence, but anyway, that was that. But when I got to the end of my journey at college, when you have to go through the whole process, guess who was there, people? Get ready for this. I went into the room to get my picture, and I went, well, and the guy said to me, just tick in a box how you thought today went with the process. And it wasn't, you had to write a little bit down. It was little smiley faces or a sad face or an angry face. And I put smiley face because it went pretty quick and easy. Guess who was at the end that made my day? Just anyone guess? You know, if anyone ever saw my video on the top 10 fantasy people that I fancy, which actually wasn't people because one of them was Bumblebee, and I know someone will probably be laughing because yes, I did do it. Can anyone think? No, not Michael Jackson, because he's, you know, fantasy sort of like proper out there. Think of Star Wars. Come on, you know who it is. Who would I fancy in Star Wars? Who knows who I fancy? See if anyone can guess. No, not Darth Vader. Chewbacca. Yeah, it's Chewie. And guess what? I walked in the room and I went, oh, that's it. Oh, I couldn't stop laughing. There was a massive, I wanted to steal it. A massive, no, not Harrison Ford, a massive cardboard cutout of, I took a picture of it. I was like, I'm taking a picture of that. I was like, oh, Chewie. I love Chewie. My big swashback, know what they call me, big foot thing, hairy thing. Yeah, I have got a thing about Chewie. 3P CP up now, not him. He's a bit Tim-like. I've got a thing about Chewie. Michelle Obama. What, Big Mike? Oof. Yeah, Chewie. Chewie was there at the end of it, and all I thought that went through my head was, we're all talking about positive and negative forces, and it was like, may the force be with you, and I was like, and there it is, right at the end of my little trek around the college, you know, feeling like a little teenager with all the little young uns, and there it was. Woo! Chewbacca. I was like, fantastic. I'm well chuffed that was there waiting for me. I really wanted to walk off of it, but I think they would have noticed it because it was pretty big. I mean, what is Chewbacca? About 7 foot something, I don't know. But anyway, it was pretty funny. I do believe that, JP, it was a sign that you're on your path. You have signs everywhere. I had a woman sat with her back towards me with massive angel wings on her back. Some people will go, yeah. 7 was there again. The whole thing of you were born original, don't be a copy. I'm not a copy. I never have been. I never have been on my YouTube channel. I jump about a lot, but I've always been me. That's why we had the meet up on Saturday. That's what it was about with me and Roxanne, so people could see that we are what we say we are. We're not fake, ungenuinous, soulless people, because like I've tried to say before this morning, the people who hate, you know, and there's loads of it about in real life, you know, meaning out there in the 3D on YouTube, they're hating for a reason. It's because they hate themselves. You know, why would you be going around doing stuff, you know, like that, like we said before? Why? You know, they're going to have a shot with what's coming, because like I said, the whole Q thing, the whole of this thing that's going on is much bigger than people realise. Much bigger. Yeah, it's sort of biblical in a way. There are truth in the Bible, but you've got to be reading from the right one and know how to read it. Luminous being. Yes, thank you, Elmo. I love it. I love it when I love Yoda when he says that. Think of the twinkles. Why does Yoda say, luminous beings are we, not this crude matter? And he says, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to take a picture of that because I love it so much. I was trying to remember it the other week. I was like, oh my God. It's all out in the films. It's all in the films. All the films are like the same films because they've been trying to give us the messages for time. People aren't listening. People are not waking up. Well, we are now. Yeah. We get that a bit. I love it. Let me read that again. Luminous beings are we, not this crude matter, not this meat flesh. Luminous beings are we. So maybe we are going back to him. I think we are to the crystalline DNA. The twinkles, that's crystalline. Water crystallizes like crystals. I do believe Mother Earth is a big thing that we're all on and we're supposed to be connecting to because we've hurt her. We've been poisoning her. Her heart is like a crystal. She's coming back with a vengeance as well. We all need to go back to that heart center of ourselves, heart center of Mother Earth, Gaia. I've heard a lot of things on Naughty Beaver channel about Tiamat and the wars of Tiamat, whether that's wars that way or wars that way or whatever, believe everything and nothing. Was like I said, I did a picture and Tiamat, I wrote something, it sounded like Tiamat. Yeah, I wrote it in a journal when I drew a picture. I just got the words in. I was like asking people, some people saying Gaia, or was it a world from before that got destroyed? Do you know, I have these things that come in. I'm starting to listen to myself more and more and not being put off by people saying, you're stupid and this, that, and the other, because it's not that, it's a knowing. Yeah, you feel the force around you. Of course you do. It's around you all the time. And people take the mick of that. Why would they say, may the force be with you? It's your intuition. There's telepathy going on. There's a lot of things. Like I said, I know for a fact there was people at that meeting that were there. And I know if they're listening, they'll know. I know there were people there, anonymous. I'm just saying. I should have stuck next to Chewie and took the picture. I'm like, but I just took the picture myself. But anyone watch The Dark Journalist? Yes, I have watched The Dark Journalist. Gigi Young tonight. Oh, I might catch them a bit later. I'm trying to get rid of stuff I used to watch ages ago and stick to the ones that I'm really into with the whole ascension thing, which is the whole knowing, which is taking your soul back, taking your power back. This is why Trump says in the physical world out there, in the world we're looking at, because it manifests out anyway, power to the people, power back to the people. He's not taking it. The thing I was saying about Piers Morgan today, people got it. I wasn't saying, oh, what side he's on. Oh, I think he's an idiot. Oh, I think he's that. It's what he was saying. He was a liberal, was probably a right liberal, but the liberals today are not liberals of yesterday. The Democrats are not the Democrats of yesterday. JFK Jr. was a good man. He was a Democrat. That's why Trump shouted out. I have friends who are Democrats. It's about joining and coming forces together. But there are bad Republicans as well, because they got in that side as well. They're not the Democrats that they used to be. So if a Democrat does come to merge with a Republican, we all know who it is, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah. DJ Fab Channel, Dolly Daydream knows as much. Sorry, I'm just looking back on text. So sorry, DJ. Yeah, Dark Journal. Most people who come in and go, have you seen this? Have you seen this? I normally go, no, and that's not. I know I have come across a lot of the great channels are the most ones that I watch. Keep up the good work. Good luck on your way to 1 million. Oh, 1 million. Thank you. I don't know if it'd ever get that big, but I do believe there's going to be a change where there are going to be people coming in, and I believe this wholeheartedly. And this is not why I do this. I'm not even monetized or whatever. I'm not bothered about that. I do it because I love it. All I say is, I do art, and if anyone wants to buy a bag or whatever, then fanfare on, because that's what I'm trying to do anyway, or you can make donations if you feel like it, but I'm not monetized. I only shout that out now and again. Is I do believe there's going to be a lot more people coming in onto channels that are positive, because they're going to be looking for positive people because they're sick of the negativity. And I know that for a fact. I see it all the time. I see it now, you know, and I think more channels are going to start rising in positivity. And all them people out there who do the negative, you're going to be going down, because no one's interested. People are sick of the drama, and that is a fact. People are sick of the drama. And when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Yes, Dad, I know. You know, I think they've been here all the time. So this is what I'm saying. So I don't care about that. You know, then people have got to do their work. It's not because I care. I feel sorry for them in a sense. But if they can't see what's going on, then they're going to go down whatever leads them to whatever's going to happen to them. But there are more people. This is a fact. I can say this is a fact. There are more people today looking for positivity. Fact. They're sick of the drama. We're sick of the drama. We're sick of the soaps with drama. I don't watch TV. We're sick of the drama that's going on YouTube. When I first came on YouTube, I saw a lot of it. It was disgusting. People hate. It's just disgusting. We are sick of the drama. We are done. It is over. We don't want it. That's why I say you come into my channel with a load of cack, you will be sent out. You will be deleted. And you can moan all you want, those that shout the loudest. It's about positivity. If you're not coming from love, you don't need to be in my channel. You can go and dwell with the people that sit under the bridge, with the bridge dwellers and the negative people. If that's what you find fun and you think that's a good thing to be putting out, then that's where you reside. It's much better to be with loving people who want to be positive, who want to build everybody up, the world up, and want to live in a place where, yes, that might sound all woo-woo and come by ya, as Red Pill Phil said the other day, but it's a fact. We don't want this shit. This shit had to come in. The dark had to come in. There had to be negative entities and whatever you say, and negative people and soulless people, because we needed to see it to know that that's not what we want anymore. So all the crap, this is why I say we'll be positive, all the heinous, horrible stuff that we've seen and we know about, I'm sorry, you have to see it to know, shit, we don't want that. Sick of it. Sick of the fake, ungenuous, horrible, negative, bullying crap from that side. Sorry. See you later. Bye. Jog on. We are going to change the world. Like Q said, people go, it's a cult. It's just what's wrong with questioning everything and researching yourself? We're taking our power back to the people. Whether we've got entities and things helping us, it's a guidance. We need to do it. We're taking it back. Stand up in the truth. Stand up in the light. Speak your truth. Don't do it in fear, right? Because that's what they feed off. That's why bullies bully, to bring people down, because it's fear mongering. They feed off it. It's, yeah, just being a way shower. It's they're a no-goer. There's either a way shower or a no-goer. They're no-goers. It's just be who you are. We are love. That's what it's all about. Yeah, you know, people can moan about this, that, and the other. I'm not having negativity in my chat. It does nothing for me. It does nothing for anybody in here. Like you said, where we go one, we go all. It's about connecting, linking, uniting. That's what we're all doing. They didn't want us to do that. That's a fact. They don't want you connecting and uniting, and neither do these from this side, because even on YouTube, because we're stronger together. Help each other with a helping hand. Show each other the way. You know, we can start building communities that were like what they used to be, way back in harmony, and everyone's helping each other and everyone's loving and everyone's... Who wouldn't want to go there? We're going there. If you're doing the inner work, that's where you're going. If you're not, oh well, you know, don't come moaning after we tried to tell you, you know. Yeah, I do put lots of mods in, Cassie, because, like I said, I'm not having people coming in, disrupting people in chat, saying negative things, because they thrive off it. They thrive off it. But, you know, when are you people going to realise it's not about that? If you get happiness through negativity, that really says something about you. That says something about your soul. That says something about you can't look at yourself in the mirror, because you know you're full of hate. So, you know, what you are inside, you're projecting outside. If you're seeing a lot of hate and you're loving the hate and negativity and the drama, that's what you are. People are getting sick of it. And this shift is also about that. Like I've just said before, there are people going to be looking and switching off mainstream media because they're being brought down, because they're part of the whole deception anyway. and, you know, the lies and the deceit. And they're going to be looking for alternative channels. If this goes, we'll be elsewhere. So always remember this name, because if there's new platforms, we'll all be on it. Everybody who's in the positive realms. The people are looking for positivity and hope. I've said from the beginning, I don't care what anyone says. Hope's a bad word. The language, yeah, we know there's language and spells and all this, but what I'm saying is that's the word that we understand. If you haven't got hope, you've got nothing. It's funny that the Hopi are called the Hopi. Yeah. If you've got hope, you've got nothing. Like I said before, if I didn't have hope in what I see, believe that's coming in, and I'm getting validations of everyone anyway in different channels, I might as well give up now. I ain't going to give up now. And my mum would say, oh, why do you want to do this? Why do you want to help other people? You know, it's tiring, you know, things that you're doing behind the scenes. Because I have a knowing or a feeling that I have to. If I didn't with everyone else that's doing, it's not just me, it's worldwide, with whatever thing that you're doing, you could be just walking down the street smiling. That's a code to somebody. That's still a good thing. We all do it in a different way. Then we'd be in the shit. We've been in the shit, but we're just going to stay there. If people aren't going to stand up, people aren't going to care for others, you know? That's why I say to my mum, well, if we all had an attitude like you, mum, don't get me wrong, mum's lovely. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's always been like this for time. Yeah, but if we don't do something about it by talking about it and uniting, and freaking hell, it's going to stay the way it always was. I don't want that. I've got kids. I don't want that. I'm not thinking of me. I'm thinking about the next generations, your kids and their generations. I don't want them deceived and living in a world of shittiness. And if the whole thing of if what I believe is if we do reincarnate, because I don't believe we die and that's it, you're going to get trapped in the deception of follow the light and all that. I don't believe the light is a light. I believe, as someone said to me the other day, it's when you rebirth, you see the light. If you're not gonna know and realize what's going on and know the game, you're gonna come back out going, wah, crying as a baby. Not this again. I didn't want to be recycled. I want to go somewhere else. That's the deception. Also going back to that, because I'm well going off on a tangent now, is I'm watching Naughty Beaver. Like I said, I'm not into everything he says, because some of it I'm like, I don't think you've actually looked into that bit about, you know, the other stuff. That doesn't matter. Is Roxanne sent me this and I was like, no way. He was saying about Moses in the Bible. Sorry to trigger some people, but you know, I'm just saying, like, think of Moses, think of Mossad and all. Egyptian times, they had a few fake Egyptian people that fell from grace, didn't they? So let me find it. Because I was like, no way, that's what I was looking at today. Same thing, Starseed mission exactly was. Just going to read this because this is a person who is friends with the Trumps and tweets out about the Trumps. So Derek Grendeng, I can't even say that name, but it's Derek, right? Oh yes, let's read this out. You ready? What if everything you thought was separate was really connected? What if Moses was King Tut's uncle? Remember, we've all been lied to. Which Bible are you reading out of, and all this, that, and the other? And is currently buried in King Tut's tomb, aligning Christianity and ancient Egyptian timelines. Now, if you're on the path, we all know about timelines. And what if Moses, half-brother and King Tut's father, was a hybrid, are you ready? Hybrid descendant of the fallen angels, of God's mixing with human females, i.e. Greek mythology. Now, if you know about Greek mythology, then you'll know it's not people go, it was a myth. I went, yeah, but they were true stories. Do you know what I'm saying? Half man, half God, like Hercules and Achilles, thus aligning Greek mythos, is it, with ancient Egyptian and Christian storylines. Interesting. What if all these belief systems actually intertwine, which I do believe they do, and the reason you are told not to speak on spirituality or religion, because they're all mixed up, is once you figure out the true nature of your combined power and history, you can no longer be controlled, which I just said. And it says, what if you thought this post was a joke or deep thought, but upon further research, Derek? Well, boom. What was that at the end? Your combined power We were talking about power. We're taking our power back. That is really interesting, because I was having a bit of a chat the other day. Yeah, the 100 Monkeys with 007 saying, all this demon versus angels, it is a bit like demon versus angels, because negative and positive. And I really need to go back and watch the film Demon versus Angels, because to me that's like the soul and the soulless. Just saying. But because I was watching the Naughty Beaver bit saying about Moses today, and the next minute, then later on, I talked to Roxanne, and she's like, "Oh, have you seen Derek on Instagram, who's a Trump supporter?" I was just like, "No way, have you just said that?" And I was just watching that bit when you just rang me now. Yeah, it's all in the films. It's all, like I said, it's all in the films. I've said it's all in the films. All the information's the same. It's all there. We're trying to get back home, like Star Trek, the Voyager. It's everything's always trying to get back home, trying to get back to center, trying to get back to who we are, trying to take our souls back, because they've been trying to steal our souls. It's all in the films. That's why I like Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Oz. Yeah, some people go, it's MK Ultra. Yeah, but it's got the stuff in there. She wanted to go home. Star Trek, they want to go home. Everyone wants to go home. Home. I want to go home. So, yeah. And the new film's come out. And I haven't looked at the trailer because Roxanne said, "Have you seen the new film that's coming out called Carnival Row?" And it's about witches and warlocks. Well, what can I say? That'll be a good one. There's a few things I need to watch. But like I said, if you haven't seen The Dark Crystal, you might not like it. It's older and it was puppetry, but it's all there. The mystics, the skeptics, which means the skeptes, which is the skeptics. You've got the mystics, the ones who know about beyond the veil. I see it as men and women, because there are a lot of men out there who are trying to suppress women. The woman has been suppressed. Mother Earth has been suppressed. They think women know nothing, but they're merging together, because that's basically what happens at the end with the allspark, the crystal. They merge together and become light beings. But what happened before is coming out in September of the Age of Resistance, which is what happened. Angels Has Fallen, new film coming out. Oh, really? Oh, see, it's all coming out. What we talk about comes out, manifests. I'm just going to check on my notes if there's anything I left out, because I'm off on one again. It's like I said, you are God. You are your creator, because you have the all spark in you, so you are a part. And I like the way Naughty Beaver said it, like, if we're the micro and the macro is still part of the creator, we're the micro. But if we're the microism of the creator, whatever word you want to call it, we have a part of God. So we create our reality. But when you don't know this, that's what they don't want you to know. Q says that, who is Q? You're all Q. You're all part of Q. It's the same thing, different, but the same thing. God. Oh, gold is your soul. They all gone about the Anunnaki, where I've said this to someone ages ago, months ago. I knew it. The Anunnaki. The Anunnaki were mining gold. They were mining your soul. I like the way Naughty Beaver said about mining your soul strands. It's your soul they're after. You are the gold source. They're after your soul. They feed off the energies. Whatever you want to say, that's what it is. Take your soul back. When you take it back, you can't be controlled. The control over your soul. That's why they're trying to get they're not really bothered about us. This is why I've said Trump never crossed the line. Q has always said they went for the children. They're going for the children. They went for that in Dark Crystal. It shows you they're taking the essence out of their eyes. The essence, they become like zombies. Is that not what they're doing with our children? Because they're more influenced. We're like, hey, what's going on? It's your children, your young children. Your old children, they're going for the children. They're easier to control because they get distracted with toys and the things they're watching on telly. They're taking the soul. I've seen this because I've seen it with my eldest, with the gaming. They're like zombies. I was watching them today at college. I'm sat there all like, looking for different things around me. Sat there like this. Oh, yeah. They're all zombies. It's not their fault. Soul sucked, yeah. I've said, and remember when I did the rundown on the Dark Crystal, book comes out, the Q book. People put it out about what was going on. The first film that they mention is the Dark Crystal. Well, what can I say? Go and watch it. They're taking the essence. I think it was the tears or out there, something like that. The essence Well, if they're taking the tears, it's water again. Is that not godly? Be like water. Water's above, water's below. We have so much water within us. You can put your intentions on water. Dr. Emoto, yet again. When it freezes, it's crystalline. Yeah. That makes sense to anyone. Yeah. They desire to steal the innocence of the child's soul because they know they are so innocent, and they use their imagination and they dream, and that's what we should be doing. So we can see this now. The podlings, yeah, their essence. The podlings were the children. To me, it was like you had the skeptes were like the men, and then the mystics were like the women. You know, in that sense, the left and the right side brain. The skeptes are skeptics. This is why I said women have been suppressed. But you notice what happened in the film when that one died or that one died. It's a mirror reflection. If that one died, that one died. If that one died, that one died. That's why you've got to come together. It's not about fighting. That's why they want you divided. The little podlings were the children. And then you had the gelfins that brought them together and got, well, who are the gelfins? Are they yours? Are they some other big? You know what I mean? You had the whole cosmic clock there with the woman called, I can't even remember what her name was. The whole cosmic clock. Yeah. When they came into alignment, sorry to spoil it for anyone, but go and watch it anyway if you haven't seen it or can't remember it. The two suns had to line up or the two, whatever, and it was a clock that was aligning. This is why I believe you have to get in alignment with your body, your soul, your knowingness, your wisdom, not that stuff. You're aligning with everything, and you're aligning with your power. You're standing in it, you're aligning with the energies, because this is what's happening. And I believe at the time when this thing comes, is bigger than you think. When the alignment hits, whatever anyone's saying it is, you know, the event, the plasma, whatever it is, because no one really knows. I think it's going to be amazing and weird and everything at the same time. If you're not in alignment, that's why they say some people will be eradicated off the earth. Some people are not going because you can't hold that energy. That's what I believe. Some people can laugh. But I believe if you're not doing the work, that's why it's giving you, it's not next year, it's giving you time to do it. So because you're all waking up, that you know that you have to get in alignment, even if you're working on it. But if you can't get your head around this, I'm sorry, but I don't think it's going to be, I'm not saying it's not going to be good. You might, I don't know, but you're just not going where others are, and maybe until you're ready. Maybe you stay, whatever. But, you know, please watch The Dark Crystal, because if you watch it now and jog your memory, The Age of Resistance is coming out in September, and that's what they've been trying to get out for 12, I think it's 12 years, and they've got it out now. It's coming, so that'll be rather interesting. They've tried to keep it to the old way, which is always better. I said that. Someone said the old way was always the best way. I've always loved Star Wars. I'm not saying the people who made it, but it all comes from the ether. Everything creative comes from the ether anyway, whether you're saying the producer was bad or not, ever comes from the ether. It's all the old stuff. So they've tried to keep this in the original. You were born original. The original form, they've tried to keep the original form of the original sort of puppets and that, the way it was. Even I don't think they've computerized it, which is brilliant, because the old ways were the best ways. The original form. The original form with us is our original form, our original soul, original Gaia, the what would you call it, organic. Where you've got AI isn't original. It's not original. So please go and check out Naughty Beaver's last video. It's like I said, it's not, I believe, everything he was saying about Trump or anything, but I listened to the other stuff, I believe was quite spot on. You know, so yeah. Joe Osborne, can't see that. Let me go back a little bit. Joe Osborne, one of us lyrics. What if God was one of us, just a slob like one of us, just a stranger on a bus trying to make his way home? What if God was one of us, just a slob like one of us, just a stranger on a bus trying to make his way home? I don't know the tune. Just made that one up. I was making a song up this morning as well, something about sunshine. And then that song's just come in my head. Walking on sunshine. What about comes from Michael Jackson? What do you mean, the what about us? Do you remember? They don't really care about us. Sing this one, You Are Not. Exactly, Michael Jackson, had them all. You are not not alone. I am here with you, though you're far away, whatever it was. I am here to stay. You, exactly. Yes, writing a song for the Rainbow Light Warriors. I wrote. What did I write down today? It was something like, I don't know, something to do with sunshine or the sun or something or other. Oh, there it is. But I don't know the tune now. Heal Me in the Sunshine it was, but I can't remember. So yeah, maybe I'll have to make a song up. I found my female energy when I had nervous breakdown. Exactly, Dave. This is where some people will laugh on that side because they don't understand what's going on. Men have female energy that they've got to learn. It's not about I'm turning into a woman. That's what they're trying to make out. It's nothing to do with that. And women have the male. It's about they're coming back together. They've tried to suppress it. It doesn't mean anything. It just means that you have that nurturing side as well, because you should have. It's been about like Mark of the Beast and bloody a man-made world, but without the feminine divine. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm walking on sunshine. Oh, look at all the little trigger people trying to get in because I'm being positive, like a fluff. I'm off to the flame. You know, when you twinkle, they start to come. So yeah. So I know there's other stuff I wanted to say, but you know, yeah, if you don't evolve and ascend, you won't go. You won't ascend. So you know, if you want to go, you need to start doing the work on yourself. So, gotta go, bottle empty. Bye, Dad. See you later. You've got to sort yourself out with that, Dad, because it's your temple. You know, we've got to work on that sort of stuff as well, even though it's hard, she says, drinking a coffee. But, you know, but the thing is that I know. So I'm just about to say if, yeah, I can move any mountain. You can do what you want. You can do what you want. Thank you, Revolution Revisited. So I'm just going to check through because I probably had actually more to say and can't remember. But the basic thing was we know what the negative people are. We know where they are. We can see who they are. We know how they work. We know how they work through the symbiology. Please don't get triggered by that because some symbiology was actually ours, but they've used it, you know, so don't get too triggered by that. When Trump said, I'm the chosen one, I saw it today, I could not stop laughing because people will go, focus. Who does he think he is? He thinks he's God. Oh my God, he's saying he's a chosen one. He is a chosen one along with all the rest of us. He is, you know, from the creator. We all are. So I just laughed at that because I thought, I can't wait to see the triggered, sleeping people say what they're going to say. But it was hilarious. He went, I'm the chosen one. And looked up when he said it. I was like, oh my God, this guy makes me laugh. So funny, and how many people would have got triggered over that. I would say as well, if you're too involved in the total religious side of it, I don't think that's going to help you either. Like I said, I'm not religious, but I believe in a creator. There's a difference. If you don't believe you're all powerful, it is keeping you locked into a cycle. Please start looking within and feeling from here. So I'm going to go because I don't even know if I've said everything. I don't know. I'm trying to look. Like I said, my artwork shows what's in my soul. I mean, it's pretty evil artwork, isn't it? Oh yeah, pretty evil. You know, Starseed mission remembered. Exactly, it's all about the mission. However you're doing it, even if you're smiling at someone in the street, it's a code. Yeah, really evil artwork, folks. But I do believe. Yeah, so ringing in the ears before. Don't know if anyone caught any orbs. I think Tapper said he couldn't find one the other day. Could have been there. I don't know if Lifting the Lid knows. If you go over to Tapper 77's channel, he has got orbs from my channel and some others from, and I think Dave's got them. I've got to check yours as well, Dave Mordy, from live on camera, and you can actually see them if you're into that sort of stuff. So that's how I know. Like I said, the veil is spinning. There are things coming in that people say they can't see. 2020 vision is coming soon. Just because there's things beyond the veil, this is where I go into the whole thing of people going about facts on that side, moaning at people, bullying people. You know, there's other things bigger than that. The whole thing comes in the flat earth realm. That is one of the biggest deceits when you get through all the lies, is that's there. But I asked the question, why did they lie about it? What are they hiding? Source. And you are what you truly are. They don't want you waking up to your power. Game over for them. We can start a new game of the new way we want this world to be. It's a new way. And I can't believe I said this morning, was watching Naughty Beaver before. He's like, it's a new way. It's the way showers. It's a new way. I was like, yes, don't be in fear because it's new. It's a new way. There has to be a new way. Has to be a new way. One Love. I was listening to Bob Marley the other day. Do you think they might have tried to shut him up? Oh, I do think so. One love. One love. Let's get together. And do you know what I mean? All them songs. So that's why I don't go in the realms of the flat earthing where they're all moaning and playing ping pong, even though there's people doing good stuff on that. I don't do that. But people get triggered because I don't. I'm not interested in that. Sorry to some people, but I'm not. It's all to do with the other stuff. And if anyone is trying to keep people away from looking at that and keeping them such in a ping pong circle, that's because I believe they're gatekeepers and they don't want people. Really, they're not really into what they say they are. They're trying to keep people from really looking what's beyond that gate and really having the eyes to see. They want everyone in a circle going round and round and round. Some will drop off and think, I can't be doing this anymore. I can't be doing the people. I can't. It's just boring. It's just going round in circles. So, you know, even when you get to the point of, oh, right, so we've measured this and we found out gravity is not gravity, it's this, it's magnetism, whatever you want to call it. Fanfare, and that's brilliant. And what is the big question after that? Because that still doesn't really, do you know what I mean? Some of you may agree with that, some of you may not. That's fine. That's okay. I just think as long as you're trying to now look within yourself, look at it's about when you're meditating as well, you're sitting there, yeah, I will do a card, thank you, Rachel. Sit there in silence and oh, what's the word? Even if you're just thinking about the things you've done in the past, that's part of it. You know, oh God, I did this, or you know, I'm going to let that go. I'm putting that out there that I forgive that person, even if it's just out there. You are, what's the word? You are, I don't even know what the right word is for it. It's all about that. Yeah, fifth dimensional evolution, yeah, all that. So, you know, this is why I say be open to everything, believe nothing and believe everything. And everything's the same anyway. Like people go, it's this and that, it's the ascension, it's all the same thing. It's just different words. That's where people get triggered, and then it's like, yeah, well, it's this, it's like, yeah, but it's the same thing. Quick one. Yeah, I'm going to do a card. What I'll do is I'll flip through the little book my sister gave me because it's got some nice little quotes. I'm going to go and chill out for a bit, people. I've just caught up with sleep and stuff. And will someone remind me at the end of these cards? I want to tell you the last dream that I had, if anyone remembers, because it's the last prominent dream that I had a few months ago. So I will flick. There. Oh, let's go in the 70s again as 74. Trump is 74. And I've got 75, so let's read this one out. So we've got 74. You know, the 7 is a very great number. It's to do with a lot of stuff. I do believe I am on the right path because it always pops up. So 74. I travel safely. Is this not the one I got the other day? I travel safely wherever I go. I always meet loving, hateful, because I'm thinking of the hateful people. Start again. I travel safely wherever I go. This is a book of affirmations, daily affirmations. So you can write these down and you can say them to yourself. I travel safely wherever I go. I always meet loving, helpful people on my journey. The next one, 75. I give myself the green light to go ahead and joyously embrace the new world, the new way, whatever. 7th heaven, yeah, it's all to do 7 days of the week, 7 heaven, 7 wonders of the world. Why does it all add up to that? 7 lights in the rainbow, you know what I mean? So that one, I shall do Nature's Whispers because it's very Gaia. And then I'll tell you about that last dream, just remembering on that last dream. I'm going to sit back a minute. Let me make sure they're all... Some people will say, oh, These are oracle cards. Oh, they're bad, they're evil. No, they're not. I told you I work in the visual thing. This is just a visual tool. So no need for anyone to get triggered by it, you know, because some people do. Some people think it's evil, you know. Different perceptions, different perceptions. I've started walking in nature today. I hugged a tree, made sure no. Yeah, I had my feet on the ground. I lay on the ground today. I was watching the sky, took my shoes off. I know Rox did it as well in a park. You know, kick your flip-flops off, put your feet to the ground. That's what you should be doing. Sitting there in contemplation. You should be contemplating things you've done in the past. It's all the thing that, hey, the doom show, the last train out. Only aliens are evil. I don't believe they all are. If there are, and I do believe there is different entity stuff, I don't believe they're all evil, because humans, they're just like us. You get good humans and bad humans, you know. In religion, you get good. You get people who are bad on the Republican side, and the Democrats all. You know what I mean? So I don't think they're that much different from us. So you know. Oh, it's all right. Effie, you might not know the Doom Show. He's okay. He's all right. I know who he is. He's fine. He's a lovely guy. Yeah, so it's okay. Sorry about that, Doom. It's the got new mods in, and they might not have seen you in because I know you only come in now and again. So sorry about that. Yeah, he's fine. Dolly, shift your chair over. Which way? This way? We are the aliens we have been waiting for. Yay, Elmo, that's so funny. Peep. I know what you're saying. We are. We're already here on Earth. Am I on this side? Dolly, shift your chair over. Which way? Am I sat right, Dave, or do you want me over that way? This way, that way, that way? We got any orbs going? Orbs can come in while I'm talking. Wait, which way? This way? Other way? Do you mean because you can see them better here? Like I said, if they haven't checked the orbs out, check out Tapper 77's channel and Dave's as well. I've got to check yours out as well. One just went by, did it? Oh, I get so excited. I'm like, come on, little orbs. Of whatever who you are. See, some people say the spirits, and some people say the different entities coming in as, you know, it's their little way of traveling. So, hey, because you're bringing the love in, they come. We are the sphere of destiny. Exactly. They travel in their little, that's not 666, oh my God. They travel in their little spheres, you know. Are we in a sphere? Earth, so it looks a bit spherical, do you know? Just saying. To your left, to my left. This way, here. Wouldn't it be good if I could just put my hand out there and it'd just sit on my hand, you know? I'd love it to do it where, oh, what's she called? Lady V, it came out of her chest like a heart chakra, and one came from here. Does anyone get head tingles? I get that thing where it feels like someone's going like that on your head. I'm like, tickly. It's spirit orbs, negative energies, come in shadows. I do believe it's other things as well. If it's spirit, it can be, you know, other spirits from different beings. Full armor of God, yeah, full armor of God, because it's spiritual warfare. But remember, we have spirits that are on our side, entities, ET, whatever you want to call it, as well. Consciousness. So, going back to Christ consciousness. So, no, I haven't heard of any pebbles lately. I might have done, but I know you know what I mean. Nana. I know you heard it when you was in my house. Az was talking about it. So energies today, so many energy. Yeah, it's your guardian angel behind you. Dolly asked for an angel hug. I'll ask for an angel hug. Can I have an angel hug? We've always said, me and my mum, that we've always believed there was, you know, someone or something helping us, you know. Long meeting at work. Oh. Yeah. How would you feel an angel hug? I like an angel hug, please. it'd be nice if I could see it. I'd see the orbs while I was trying to wait for a card to jump out. What video was that, JP? Is it one you've sent me? Because, you know, I'm rubbish at looking at stuff sometimes. I bet you have, yeah. Yeah, they are there when you need them. Oh, all these cards just flipped over. It's my fave card. What was I just saying? The first one that pops out. I'll show you them all, but oh my God. Oh, are you ready for this? Oh, thank you. See, it's giving me the cards. Are you ready? It's not a coincidence. Are you ready? Are you ready? I do feel my body tingle. I get this tingle on my head. Tingles. Yeah. Right, you ready? Are you ready? Let love be your beacon. You know this is my favourite one because the little heart is lit up. Let love be your beacon. This is what I said about people start coming to people with channels, who will start showing the light and showing the love, even if you believe what we talk about or not, it doesn't really matter, is let love be your beacon. It's all about the love. It's all about shine your light and all that. You ready for the next one? Because this is everything we've just talked about. 38, acceptance of love. These negative people that don't accept love, don't accept help, don't accept, they won't unite. Well, I don't know what to say to you, but it's like nature, the man and the woman, the tree and the, you see if it gets in focus. Anyway, can't get it in focus properly. The next one is Inner Truths. And guess what? It's 16, 1 and 67. Inner Truths. Is that not what we've been talking about? Is this not what the whole thing's about? These, I know, I love these cards. They are my favourite. That's why I tend to use these. If you can see Inner Truths, I don't know how to get this in focus. Inner Truths. And it's in Inner Earth. You know, you've got to go within, and I'm not saying the sun and the moon's up there. And then the last one, are you ready? We are one big collective loving here. Exactly. You ready for the last one? We've just been talking about this. 45. Who's the 45th president? Anybody? Is it the 45th? I'm sure. Are we on the 45th president? Of the new world? Yeah, this is number 45, and this is empowerment. You've got the storm, you've got the rainbow light, you've got the rainbow dome thing going on, you've got the sun, you've got people in a boat like riding the storm, you've got the lightning. I always think of Tesla. You've got everything going on in this picture. Yeah, and the woman, the divine feminine, is right in slap bang in the middle. Empowerment. Is this not what it's all about? So see, and that one went right in focus. So when people say it's only a coincidence, oh, she's full of rubbish. Well, the card's just turned over right in front of your face, and the whole thing I've just been talking about is right in all the cards there. Is that not what we just spoke about? Yeah. So I showed you in the visual sense. Boom, boom. That's all I'm saying. Scroll back a bit. Sorry. Angel wings, angel wings. Chosen free angel. Conscious evolution. Let me write this down. So what did you think about them cards? Told you. Could be for my angel friends, but there, that is the whole chat I've just talked about, was right bang slap in your face. So it sounds familiar, that. I think I may have watched that channel. I've watched that much. Thank you. So yeah, just saying. Boom. Drop the mic. Walk off, drop the mic. See you later. Bye. Good night. Yeah. Wow. wow, that's how you've been all night, Dolly. Empowerment. Well, I just felt like that today. Felt like I had to come on and say what I'm saying. I'm tired, getting tired now, but you know, I believe there's a need for people talking out in positivity. Like I said before I go, a lot of people say you don't need to look at it, because you don't. You can go in and do your own work, but I believe there has to be way showers that are putting the positivity out there so people can see, because there's been that much deception that it is needed. You know, some people say, and I know it's about going in and people coming off less and less of like YouTube, well, you know, the AI devices and all that. But I myself believe there has to be the way showers, because, you know, there's been too much deceit. So yeah, I'm getting a tingle on my feet now. I'm getting tickles, tickle on my shoulder, tickle on my feet. But yeah, I'm glad before that the little ringing came into my ears. I even do believe even on you know, the net here, some people say it's AI taking you to, you know, different videos. I don't believe that. I believe if you fall across a channel you resonate with, it's for a reason. You're getting shown to go there. It's not all bad. It's not all bad people. Don't everybody get, you know, like bloody paranoid about everything. You know, oh yeah, my dream. Before I go, my dream. So if anyone remembers, I'm so glad for this chat. I can't talk to anyone at all about all this. Well, this is why I'm here as well, so people can, you know, see that there's a lot in chat that talk about this. The naysayers are people that are coming after with silly comments, not bothered. You know, just you're in lower energy. Right. If anyone remembers, there was a dream that I had. I'm going to have to try and remember this. I did write it down somewhere. The last vivid dream I had was, and I don't know if this is what that thing's called when you can see it from above, but I was like, I was there, but they couldn't see me, but I was up here looking at them, observing, and it was like they were in a, like a theatre. Well, it is a theatre, but I don't know, like a Pomodian, whatever. Loads of people there. Some had masks on, some didn't, because I mean, this is the whole thing, isn't it? Some don't want to be seen for who they are, when I think about it now. But some of the actors and actresses were there as well, took the masks off because they wanted to be seen for who they are, but they also wanted to turn to the light side, let's say, because they were sick of all this negativity, which funny enough goes into what I was saying before with the whole turning to the light and coming from the negative and turning to the light. People are sick of the drama. People are sick of the negativity. So some of these people took it off, but the people who were trying to control them and saying, you know, they had to, maybe it was getting tingles, stand for the stay in the dark, they didn't want to do it anymore. Even some of the people in the dark were like, do you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. We want to, and they actually sat there and took the masks off and were like, no, what are you going to do? There's more of us than there is of you. No, we don't stand for this anymore. I still believe that's happening. Think of the people that were very enthralled in it because they were scared and they knew that these were in control. What are you going to do when you start seeing that control breaking down? Even if you did do bad things, but your soul really didn't want to do, you want to going to come back over and you want to going to sing very high about these people, even if you know you're going down a bit, but you've done your part to bring your soul back in, and you know that you can bring your soul back. Well, that was the sort of dream I had. It was like an arena thing. It was a theatre, because it is all theatre out there. But like I said, it had to be a manifestation on the outside. And we all know that. We all know we're playing a game. We all know we're in a school. It's a game, but it's how you're going to play the game. Are you going to play the dark pawns on the chessboard, or you're going to be for the light? It's the Great Awakening. Yeah, so that was that last really vivid dream I had. It was a bit like when people say when you're not astral projecting. What's the other one? Lady V says when you're, I think Max Spires used to do it. You're what do they say when you can see what's going on, like you've gone over and you're observing it, and they call it anyone remember? They call it it's my guide behind me. Oh, I hope so. You're getting I wonder if it's male or female or whatever. No, not astral projecting. I mean, it could be that. It's something else called the... Max Spears used to say it, female. Oh, come on, someone. No. Oh, hi, First Spider Joe. No, it's going to come to me. Hang on. Whisper it in my ear. Thank you. And then Durf comes in, right, bang on time. Remote viewing. Yeah. It was a bit like that. You know, like I can see what's going on, but they can't see me. They can't sense that I'm there. I can see everything that's going on. It was a bit like one of them. And the one before that, I'll just say before we go, hi, lovely, was the one ages ago before that was two men, youngish. One had red hair, one had dark hair. One was in maroon and one was in navy blue. And they couldn't see me. And it was like I was above. And they were in a garden. And it was a beautiful garden because at first I thought, oh my God, it's like warring people. They're trying to make... And then I looked and I thought, it looks like two sides have come together. Funny enough, blue and the red. Blue and the red. Masculine and female. And they were happy and they were walking around in a garden that was beautiful. It's full of sunshine, as if they said, come on, we're uniting. We're sick of this. We're sick of this. The game is now, let's all get together and unite and let's have heaven on earth, or whatever you want to call it, whatever that we're doing. It was sort of like that. Also, when people say about this necklace, does anyone know why maybe I wear a necklace with the triangle that's pointing down? Does anybody know? I think someone mentioned today, I think it was Naughty Beaver, and I've always said this to someone, if you've got the Merkaba and you've got something, because it's not all bad, you know, the Illuminati or the whoever, they have used our symbols. The one pointing up is male, and the one pointing down is female. Earth. So, yay. If anyone wants to know. So, yeah, I don't know if First Writer Joe's just come in, but I'm just going because I've just done a big spew. Can't even remember what I've said. But I do know if there was any orbs, I know the lovely Tapper77 and Dave will probably try to catch them, whatever. And I think, Dave, you said you got some on yours, so that's good. Dolly, you're being given a yellow rose. Do you know what? I can't believe you just said that. I've got yellow roses in the garden. My favourite roses are yellow. My favourite roses are yellow. So thank you. Yeah, my favourite roses are yellow. Oh, I'm making a huge copper pyramid to sit in. I need to make a pyramid. Yeah, that'd be good. Actually, before I go, let's do the colour cards. Let me just go and find them. Remember, the message today is, you were born original, don't die a copy. It's your nan, Dolly. It probably is, because I said to Rachel when I was here talking about my nana and the pebble noise, and when Rachel was sat here, she heard the pebble noise. So I do believe my family, yeah. Oh, they're right here, right sat next to him. And when I did a meditation years and years ago at this woman's place, I had to see somebody by an oak tree, and the oak tree was a lovely woman, something to do with my family, white, long hair, curly, which my white's coming back in, and I think this time I'm not going to dye it, the greys. And she was in a white dress, long dress. I thought it was a bit Victorian, looked a bit witchy, if you know what I mean, but all in white with white, long, curly blonde, white, grey hair, which I'd love to grow it really long and white. And yeah, so I'm just going to do the colours and then I'm going to go. Clairvoyant, I'm just tickled on the chin now. Yes, heard the pebble so clearly. Yeah, we're talking about the pebble on my wooden floor, which, you know, I said was my nana, and Rachel heard it as well. So wouldn't it be funny if yellow popped out? Let's see. And then I'm going to go. And hopefully I'll be doing something with Roxanne and 007 soon, because we've not done a few of the, you know, the really woke show, because we've been trying to get our energy back and other things going on at the minute. So I'm not sure yet, but it will be back soon. nearly. Well, it's supposed to be a heat wave this weekend in the UK, and it was nice today, so I will be earthing in the garden. I'll be taking notice of what's going on, watching my lovely white butterflies and stuff, so yay. And it's going to be funny to see who puts thumbs down today, because that's hilarious. Just people on positivity, the other side. It's funny. You're getting a hug, Dolly. Thank you. So, hey, it's funny that, Dave. Sorry, guys. I'm just thinking. You remember this picture I did a while back? I mean, I didn't know why I was putting these in. They look like snowflakes, but are these orbs? Is this beyond the veil? I was just thinking, then I was like, oh yeah, why was I putting circles on the Is this me? I don't know. Yeah, I'm definitely earthing this weekend, all weekend. That's where I'm staying. Right, I'll... Had a beautiful butterfly fly in my living room. Yeah, I saw some white cabbage whites. I love cabbage whites. Your downloads are getting stronger. I think they are, Dave, especially after that ringing in my ears before. It's not even a ringing, is it? It's just a frequency in your ear. Ringing's the wrong word, isn't it? Because it's like, ring. So, yeah, it sounds like a mosquito. It's funny. Ah. It's not wanting to jump out, but you will. Oh! Did you see that flip? Flipped right over. Oh! It's number 10, which I see as sort of, well, it is one. Burgundy. Awaken your passion. So awaken your passion, people. Whatever your passion is or was, reawaken it. So that is my message. Reawaken your passion. Take your soul back. Be the original you. Don't die a copy. Or whatever that said. Yeah, don't die a copy. You were born an original. Don't die a copy. Start working on your inner self. Pass the love and light round through many ways you can: speaking, art, dance, music, whatever it is. Being a good person. All the haters can hate because they're not doing the inner work, and that's just going to take them longer. I feel a bit sorry for them, but that's okay. Not hating on these people. I guess they have to come to it at some point. If they don't, I guess then they don't go. I don't know. So yeah. Oh, thank you. First writer Joe. I would say Joe. Joe. I can't even speak now. Getting tired. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you over weekend, because if anything comes in or I think of something or given something, I'll jump in and I will come and tell you. The only thing is I'm really getting the urge to do right now, she says she's going, she's not going, is because verse writer Joy has come in. I want to read my Q poem out. You don't have to be in Q to like it, but me, I need to start writing some poems down, because when I get into it, I'm all right. But for the people who may not have heard this, you don't have to be on it. Thanks, Dolly. Yeah, I'll just read this, because seeing as I don't know if she's heard it, I just do actually love this poem, and it's still written in scruffy form. Everything is, because this is when I was like Q mad, which I'm not anymore. But I'm getting tickled on the chin. Where is it? Yes, I'll read it, because it was one of those with this picture, the old JFK Jr. done in 2018 in the height of the JFK Jr. thing, which we believe come out when he's ready, he's got to be safe. That's the original, so watermarks on it and everything, as in, all that sort of good stuff. That had my proper true essence of in the moment. So let me just, right, yeah, it's here. So No, it's not. Yeah, it is. Right, you ready for this? I'm going to read it. Right. We all came together by the letter Q, picked up the breadcrumbs, researched, and knew what to do. The movement of truth from, I'm going to read this again. If you're not into Q and you don't know about the Q posts, you won't know that the things that I've put in it are to do with Q posts and different words in it. So I'm just saying that for the people who don't know, and that's okay. But this is the poem. We all came together by the letter Q, picked up the breadcrumbs, researched, and knew what to do. The movement of truth from dark to light. We are all Q, and we, the people, will fight for our freedom, our families, and our rights to live. In a world rid of evil, it's all for our kids. So we ride on the Q train with POTUS and R. So let's unite together and shout hurrah. The plan of the elite sky is falling down. They never thought she'd win. They never thought she'd lose. They are such clowns. So the rise of the people, like the rise of the sun, is light to the world to show us the way. As I was saying, the way show us. Links up now. Truth is here and it's here to stay. This time will be told for years to come. History we are making, and we were all part of it. It's been so much fun. We've laughed, we've cried, we've wobbled at times, but we've stayed strong and stayed on the ride. The time is now where we go one, we go all. Patriots of the world, we win, they fall. Thank you, Q, POTUS and R. You set us free to be who we truly are. And that's just gone right through me and give us shivers. To be, it's the same thing. We're being set free from this side. We're being set free from that side. 3D, whatever. It's the same thing. We're being set free from the inside. We're also being set free in the physical. Same thing. That gives me chills because I did this last year, whenever. The bit at the back. Thank you, Q, POTUS and R. You set us free to be who we truly are. Also being set free from the other side as well, the spiritual side. As Lady V said, all the people who come on, all the sleeping will come to Q. All the people that come to Q will come to the spiritual side. I've got my toe in both sides of the waters, if you know what I'm saying. I've always said that. Some people choose to stay on the spiritual side. I'm sort of, hey, woohoo, it's over this way shower. So, yes, you're very welcome. You can leave poems on here. Yes, you're very welcome. You saw an orb. I thought I saw something flat. I don't know. I'm sure the orb people will be catching them after. So, I shall see you all hopefully over the weekend. If not, it's because I'm going to enjoy the sunshine. I'll be grounding, soaking up those light coats, as some would say, because that's what you need to do. It's vitamin D. It's what you're supposed to have. It doesn't mean burning yourself. It's codes. It's sauce. It's a lot of stuff. So get out there and enjoy yourself, people. Forget about cleaning your house. Just get out there and spend all the weekend in the sunshine. Been a few orbs tonight. Yeah. I mean, some of them I've seen. There's been about 3. Q opened the way. Yeah, that's what Q is there for, to open the way, to show you. You know, people get so triggered by it. But we had to have it in all areas so people could see, you know, because there's a lot of sleep. So I shall see you all. I'm going to go. I don't know how to get off, but I'm remembering. So I'm going over it. Just after you finish the poem. Oh, I have to start writing some more then, won't I? So, yes, have a good one, and I shall see you soon. Love and light to everybody. Where we go one, we go all. Remember, it's all about the love, folks. See you later. Bye. Bye.